On October 8, 2023, Arkansas State Trooper Ronald Elkins initiated a pursuit of a Mercury Grand Marquis after the driver failed to stop for an expired license plate. The situation escalated as the driver refused to pull over. Trooper Ronald Elkins closed the gap on the fleeing Mercury Grand Marquis, patiently waiting for the right opportunity to execute a pit maneuver and safely bring the pursuit to an end. A perfectly timed pit maneuver by Trooper Elkins sent the Mercury Grand Marquis splashing into a ditch. The driver fled into the woods, evading capture that day. However, persistence paid off when the suspect was located and arrested a few days later, bringing the case to a close. On September 14, 2023, Trooper was traveling eastbound on Central Avenue when he observed a vehicle with a cracked windshield and expired tags. The trooper positioned behind the vehicle and activated emergency lights. Driver then turned onto Main Street. Following vehicle to South Walnut, the trooper activated the siren to get the driver's attention. Upon noticing the officer, the driver rapidly accelerated, attempting to flee.
Here's 1024. Just north of Pendlewood, Arkansas 917, Nora George 0, 917 NGZ, Gray Toyota pickup.
Trooper, familiar with the area, made the decision to perform a TVI as they approached a neighborhood, causing the vehicle to rotate counterclockwise, hit a telephone pole, and overturn once, landing upright in a church parking lot. The driver exited the vehicle from the rear driver's side door, falling face down in the parking lot. After the vehicle continued rolling, hitting a church sign and a tree, he remained on the ground, moaning and unable to communicate clearly. Driver was taken to the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center and later charged with fleeing in a vehicle, no insurance, reckless driving, no seatbelt, theft of property, $1,000, failure to register, and defective tail lamps. Driver also had a felony warrant out of the Newton County Sheriff's Office, which was served. The damages to the church sign were estimated at $1,000 and the telephone pole at $1,500. On June 7, 2022, Trooper Jerry Oglesby was on patrol when he observed a motorcyclist driving over the posted speed limit and maneuvering recklessly. Acting swiftly, Trooper Oglesby activated his emergency lights and sirens in an effort to pull the rider over and provide a simple warning to be more cautious. However, instead of complying, the motorcyclist decided to flee, escalating the situation and initiating a high-speed pursuit. We can clearly see Trooper Oglesby was determined to bring this dangerous pursuit to a swift conclusion, ultimately ramming the motorcyclist and bringing the chase to an end. While it was a bold and risky decision, the goal was achieved. Let us know in the comments if you think this was the right call. Fortunately, the motorcyclist was arrested and taken into custody without further incident or injuries, marking the conclusion of pursuit. On May 12, 2022, a sergeant from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office was on patrol when he observed a silver Toyota entering Monroe County, Florida, exceeding the posted speed limit of 35 miles per hour. As the sergeant followed the vehicle, he noted its speed at 52 miles per hour as it passed through the toll plaza. The sergeant activated his emergency lights and siren to signal the driver to pull over, but the driver failed to comply and continued driving. The trooper trailed the fleeing driver for the next 10 minutes as the suspect showed no signs of stopping. With traffic on the road, the trooper refrained from attempting a tactical vehicle intervention to ensure the safety of other drivers. Finally, after a tense pursuit, the driver brought the vehicle to a stop at an intersection, ending the chase without further escalation.
Out of the car. Push your hands up.
Get out of your car. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh, I'm gonna call the police.
Good. I hope so.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car. Pull it
I
open.
can't. Let me get it off. I'm getting it off. What?
Out of the car.
Oh yeah,
Out of the
I'm
car.
telling my mom.
Good. You call whoever you want to call.
What the? Oh yeah, I can't wait to call my mom.
Good. I'm glad. Why didn't you stop?
I didn't know you were pulling me over. What? You're
Really?
pulling me
For
over
about 5 miles?
5 miles. Can I get my phone?
You can't get nothing.
Oh, can you get my license out of here too?
70,
so you can have
222,
that?
show one
Yeah,
detained.
I'm definitely calling my mom. Oh, I can't wait for this.
She was definitely saying something that made no sense, claiming she didn't see the lights or hear the sirens. However, that excuse didn't hold up. She was promptly arrested and placed in the back seat of the patrol car.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this. I've never been behind a police car. Yes, remove my car and turn my car off 'cause I just pay for gas. Can you call my mom while I'm in here? And can you call my job too while I'm in here so I can tell them that I just got arrested? Can you do both for me?
Just hold tight.
Can you do the second one for me first before, because I got to be to work in 3 minutes.
Hold on a second. So this whole thing started because you're late for work?
No, I'm already late now, so it's no I'm late for work. You just put me in handcuffs and pointed a gun at me. Oh, that is there.
All right. Where's your driver's license at now?
Inside the car, which I tried to grab.
The woman, identified as Jania Douglas, was charged with fleeing or eluding police. She claimed she was trying to make it to her job on time, but that was definitely not the right decision. Instead of pulling over, she kept driving and ultimately didn't make it to work at all that day. The trooper attempted to stop the motorcyclist for failing to use a turn signal and the lack of a license plate. Once the lights were activated, the motorcyclist immediately fled, and the chase began. The trooper pursued the rider, who was weaving through traffic and accelerating rapidly, attempting to evade capture. As the chase continued, the motorcyclist threw items, including needles and a baggie, onto the roadway. These actions indicated a desperate attempt to discard evidence and slow the trooper down. Despite the heavy rain and slippery conditions, the motorcyclist continued to push forward, making erratic turns. However, neither the rider nor the officer could have predicted what would unfold next in this pursuit.
Where did you go?
Come on, post around. Start at 46 miles per hour.
We just got off from 50 eastbound, then I was working on that dirt.
Maybe so. Fork Road. Speed's 35 miles per hour. 30 miles per hour, crossing on 82. Map post 0. Just hit a deer.
He did or you did?
He did.
The pursuit reached a dramatic and unforeseen turn when a deer suddenly ran out in front of the motorcycle. The rider, unable to react in time, swerved off the roadway, losing control and crashing into a ditch. The trooper immediately halted and called for emergency medical assistance. As the situation unfolded, it became clear that the chase had come to a sudden and intense end, with the rider in need of medical attention after the crash. Deputies from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office attempted to pull over a reckless motorcycle rider, but the rider had other plans, setting the stage for a high-speed pursuit.
Turning right on the dot. Speeds are 60.
The biker turned into a gas station and began circling around, creating a spectacle. Onlookers at the gas station couldn't resist pulling out their phones to capture the chaotic scene.
Go!
Oh, he's not going.
Oh, that. He getting up out there.
However, the motorcyclist wasn't done yet. He exited the gas station and the high-speed chase continued, keeping deputies on edge. At that point, the motorcyclist accelerated, weaving dangerously through heavy traffic. With the situation becoming increasingly hazardous, the trooper was forced to cancel the pursuit. Despite being close a few times to bringing the chase to an end, the suspect's agility on the bike gave him the upper hand. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Where do you think the trooper had the best chance to stop the suspect, and what could have been done differently to end the pursuit?
Here, we're on readiness TC'd. Moderate TC on the freeway right there.
In Riverside, California, on July 25th, 2022, Riverside's Public Safety Communications Center received reports of 2 home invasion robberies at a mobile home park. Officers quickly learned that the suspect had also carjacked an Amazon delivery vehicle while fleeing the scene. Using GPS tracking from the stolen Amazon vehicle, officers located it. When they attempted to stop the suspect, he refused to surrender, sparking a high-speed chase through city streets.
Speeds are about 45 miles per hour runway, almost TC'd into a white car.
Copy.
All right, just TC'd into a car, gray car in the intersection.
It's no medical aid for that TC at that intersection.
Here, we're on readiness TC'd. Moderate TC on the freeway right there.
On that car.
Just TC'd really bad again into another truck. Vehicle's going to be disabled. We're going to keep an eye on him.
After several minutes of reckless driving on the motorway, the suspect's desperation reached new heights. Purposefully colliding with 3 occupied vehicles, he caused chaos on the road. Moments later, the stolen Amazon delivery van broke down. Refusing to give up, the suspect abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot across the freeway's busy, westbound lanes in a last-ditch effort to evade capture. But with officers hot on his trail, his options were quickly running out.
He's hopping out of the car, going to go northbound across the freeway. We got him. Be able to hop this wall just north of you guys.
Air 110 is your name.
All right, they're making contact with him now.
But the suspect's frantic escape came to an abrupt end when he was unable to scale a high barrier wall. Pursuing officers closed in, safely apprehending him on the spot. The suspect was identified as 32-year-old Quentin Jarnell, Larks of Las Vegas. After being taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation, Larks was booked into the Robert Presley Detention Center. He now faces a series of serious charges, including attempted murder, home invasion robbery, carjacking, assault with a deadly weapon, reckless evading police, and driving under the influence of narcotics causing injury. Larks remains in custody with bail set at $1 million, marking the end of a dangerous and chaotic chain of events. On June 6, 2022, Trooper Kendrick Davis was on patrol when he noticed a vehicle from oncoming traffic exceeding the speed limit. Acting quickly, Trooper Davis pulled onto the side of the road, waiting for the driver to pass. Once the vehicle approached, he activated his lights and sirens, signaling the driver to stop. However, the driver ignored the commands and continued, prompting Trooper Davis to initiate a pursuit. The driver led Trooper Kendrick Davis on an off-road chase, recklessly speeding through rough terrain. For a brief moment, the trooper lost sight of the vehicle as it maneuvered through the landscape. However, just moments later, Trooper Davis encountered a surprising turn of events, bringing the chase to an unexpected conclusion.
At the end of Red Wagon Road, and check the
Oh, wow! The driver completely rolled over, leaving the vehicle in a crumpled state. Trooper Kendrick Davis quickly exited his patrol vehicle to check if the driver was still inside and assess the situation. The driver fled, most likely into the woods, leaving the wrecked vehicle behind. Despite an extensive search, the driver was not located. And with that, this intense chase came to an end. On October 3, 2024, a reckless motorcycle rider challenged the Arkansas State Police with dangerous stunts on the highway, weaving through traffic and taunting troopers at high speeds in a bold attempt to evade capture. The suspect showed no intention of stopping, prompting the trooper to request assistance to box in the vehicle, as performing a pit maneuver could pose significant risks in this situation. Important to mention, we do not support this kind of behavior. You should only learn from the mistakes made in this clip. As requested, assistance arrived with 2 patrol cars joining the pursuit to box in the suspect and stop him as safely as possible. However, the suspect's reckless driving made this task anything but easy for the troopers. The chase took a dramatic turn when the rider lost control and crashed his motorcycle. Refusing to surrender, the suspect fled on foot, but Trooper Tree Davis was close behind. After a brief foot chase, the troopers successfully apprehended the suspect. On July 5, 2023, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper was patrolling northbound on Interstate 75 when he observed a yellow Fiat 500 driving aggressively, changing lanes rapidly and tailgating other vehicles. The driver accelerated to over 100 miles per hour, prompting the trooper to initiate a traffic stop. However, as the trooper approached the vehicle, the driver, later identified as Noel DeJesus Resto Jr., fled, sparking a high-speed pursuit. As traffic bottlenecked, the suspect abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot. After a foot chase, the trooper, with help from a retired law enforcement officer, successfully apprehended the suspect, later identified as Noel DeJesus Resto Jr. He was taken into custody after confirming multiple active warrants in his name. On April 18, 2023, Trooper K. Ackers of the Florida Highway Patrol observed a white Infiniti on Interstate 10 eastbound, displaying reckless driving behavior. The vehicle's illegal lane changes and dangerous maneuvers prompted Trooper Ackers to initiate a pursuit. This marked the beginning of a high-speed chase that quickly escalated into a dangerous situation for both law enforcement and civilians. Multiple patrol vehicles were involved in a pursuit, with several officers attempting a TVI, but each attempt proved unsuccessful. The chase intensified as the suspect's Infiniti, reaching speeds over 130 miles per hour, made several risky lane changes, narrowly avoiding collisions with other vehicles on the road. The driver, refusing to slow down, continued to flee at breakneck speeds, making the situation even more dangerous.
He just made a left here, northbound, climb left. Or he just take forward, take it forward. Northbound, climb forward, take it forward.
The Infiniti struck a guardrail, then collided with another vehicle, injuring one of the passengers. The driver, later identified as Isaiah Jamal Colley, abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot. Trooper Grider, with the assistance of his K-9 unit, successfully apprehended the suspect after a brief foot chase. Following the arrest, a search of the Infiniti revealed 2 firearms, including a Glock and an AK rifle, along with 6.6 grams of marijuana. After being medically evaluated at Sacred Heart Hospital, Mr. Colley was transported to the Escambia County Jail. He now faces charges including fleeing and eluding, possession of firearms, and other offenses related to the pursuit. This dangerous chase and subsequent arrest emphasize the risks involved in high-speed pursuits and the crucial role of swift law enforcement response. On April 18, 2024, deputies patrolling in Clayton County initiated a traffic stop on a blue Hyundai Elantra for multiple violations, including dark-tinted windows, failure to signal, and the driver not wearing a seatbelt. However, the driver refused to stop, leading to a high-speed pursuit that escalated quickly.
Since we're on the Highway 14 spur. Turn me off? You can off the road. Go on. Highway 14 on the road. These are 90 driving right now. Right.
Trooper closed in on the fleeing suspect 3 times, ready to execute a pit maneuver, but each time the suspect brake-checked, preventing the move. With tensions rising and speeds climbing, this pursuit turned into an intense, high-stakes chase. Check out how it all unfolded.
We'll be taking that exit. That matter.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother.
He about to bush gun. There's a long drop out road right there. He's take heat. What's your charger? Bush behind. Bush behind, bush behind. Bush behind, bush. Get him, get him. Don't let him get in the house.
The suspect made a bold move, stopping abruptly before going off-road again, leading to a cut-through that brought him into Freedom Park apartment homes. Driving down the sidewalk toward building number 7, he jumped out of his car with a black backpack and darted into the building, fleeing up the stairs. And the chase wasn't over yet.
Black Hawk 1, we got one in custody.
Deputy Brown apprehended the suspect, identified as Jerry Bacon, just as he attempted to unlock his apartment door. Once secured in the patrol car, a search of his black backpack revealed a substantial stash, including 1.2 pounds of green marijuana, 14.4 grams of powdered cocaine, 1.4 grams of crack cocaine, 136 grams of MDMA pills, a full bottle of promethazine, digital scales, an iPhone, a bottle of amphetamine pills, a modified Glock 22 with a Glock switch, making it fully automatic, a box of baggies. Troopers also recovered $940 in cash from his pocket. This high-stakes pursuit ended with significant drug and weapon seizures, adding another layer to this intense case. On April 29, 2024, a high-speed chase unfolded when a black Dodge Charger was spotted traveling at an estimated 110 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. The driver weaved in and out of traffic, pushing the car to reckless speeds of over 130 miles per hour. The violators' dangerous maneuvers included crossing lanes and using the shoulder to pass vehicles. Despite the troopers' efforts to initiate a stop, the Charger continued fleeing, hitting speeds of up to 147 miles per hour. The suspect accelerated rapidly, weaving through heavy traffic and quickly creating distance between himself and the trooper. After a few tense minutes, the trooper closed the gap, once again catching sight of the suspect as he exited the highway and continued on surface streets. The trooper successfully executed a pit maneuver, spinning the suspect's vehicle to a stop. The driver, Tavion Lajuan Robinson, and a passenger fled on foot. After losing sight of them, a perimeter was set up, and the driver was found hiding in a garbage can. He was arrested and brought back to the scene. The incident took place in Hillsborough County. On December 13, 2024, Trooper Dobbins assisted the Van Buren Police Department with a vehicle that refused to stop. Corporal Arnold had initiated a traffic stop on a gold Chevrolet Malibu. However, the vehicle failed to comply and continued traveling east at speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. The driver, later identified as Shumei Jang, persisted in fleeing as they passed the 8-mile marker on Interstate 40.
County 6 trying to throw behind you. Still one, stranger again, keep doing that. Right here, got traffic. Alright, TVI. TVI, before the scale.
As soon as Trooper Dobbins took primary unit in the pursuit, he swiftly executed a TVI, bringing the suspect vehicle to a stop. With precision, Trooper Dobbins exited his patrol car and apprehended the female suspect, bringing the chase to an end. After the pursuit ended, the suspect, later identified as Jang, was taken into custody by the Van Buren Police Department. She was then transported to the Crawford County Detention Center. Jang faces charges of fleeing and improper lane change. On the night of January 27, 2024, officers in Fort Worth's West witnessed a gray pickup truck driving without headlights and going the wrong way. The driver backed up, nearly hitting a police unit, then jumped a curb. The passenger was heard telling the driver to stop, but instead the truck sped off as officers tried to make a stop, racing through the parking lot.
We got one felony yield. It's a truck. It's possible 22. He's almost hit us once. He was driving the wrong way on a one-way. He's refusing to get out of the car, and now he's taking off. He's going the wrong way, down. We are eastbound West 7th. He just struck a curb, he's driving reckless. Speeds are about 50. Traffic's light.
When it comes to chasing someone through busy city streets, it can be incredibly challenging for an officer to make the right call on when to end the pursuit, balancing safety and urgency with every decision.
He has just struck another curb. He is on Bank of Texas. Alright, stop. Right there. Alright, he's wrecked out. We're over here at Bank of Texas. Well, he's on one wheel. He's going back westbound West 7th. One wheel is gone. He's about to bail out, I think. Just wait till he bails. Yep. Stop. Wait till he bails. He's still on one wheel. He's going westbound West 7th. We're coming up on Montgomery Plaza. Watch him. Wait. Stop, because all his shit's about to come out. Yep. We are still westbound West 7th. We're passing Staten. He's still on one wheel.
As the driver drove over the curb, he lost a tire. They kept the chase going, hoping he'd stop before the situation turned into complete chaos.
University intersection. Wait. Stop. Yep. Where's he from? He wrecked out at 7th University. Stop. Is that him right there?
The chase ended when the suspect hit a pole, then a parked car, and struck two pedestrians at the intersection. Officers quickly provided aid, and the victims were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The driver, 29-year-old Andrew Guerra, was arrested after refusing a blood test. He faces charges including evading arrest and intoxication assault and is being held on a $95,000 bond. On Saturday, August 6, 2022, the Dawson County Sheriff's Office issued a "Be on the Lookout" for a silver Ford Focus with a missing front bumper and a paper tag. 4 females were inside, and they had just shoplifted from the outlet stores. A crime reduction unit deputy later spotted a Ford Fusion, also driving erratically with a paper tag, and 4 female occupants.
If you'll let know Dawson, have them stop. We're southbound just before 13, like bad times 4.
After trailing the vehicle, the deputy initiated a stop, acting on reports of reckless driving and a bolo from Dawson County. The car pulled over, but instead of complying, the driver took off, fleeing the scene.
Taking off on me on southbound. Native pit.
The trooper was not happy when the woman fled the stop. As soon as he caught up with her, he executed a pit maneuver, bringing the chase to an end. He quickly exited the patrol car and arrested her on the spot.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! They're reaching on the pit, starting with some more units. They're compliant right now. Yeah, I got them. Driver! Step out! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Face away from me and walk backwards to me. Walk backwards. Back to me. Back.
The occupants of the vehicle followed deputies' orders and were taken into custody. They were identified as 27-year-old Brinaldia Stevens, 20-year-old Deshauna Hurd, 21-year-old Jasmine Canny, and 23-year-old Marquita Thomas. A search of Thomas's purse uncovered $700 in counterfeit bills. Deputies also discovered that Canny had a warrant for hijacking a motor vehicle out of Gwinnett County. Canny and Hurd were taken into Dawson County custody, while Stevens and Thomas were booked into Forsyth County Jail. Brinaldia Stevens faces charges of reckless driving, fleeing or attempting to elude, and possession of marijuana. With a bond set at $8,915, Marquita Thomas is charged with forgery second degree, with a bond of $4,420. On February 1st, 2024, a Marion County Sheriff's Office deputy responded to a call at the Forest Shopping Center in Silver Springs, Florida, about a woman allegedly attempting to steal another woman's car keys. When the deputy arrived, the woman approached his vehicle, pretending to be the one who had called for assistance. As the deputy walked around the back of his patrol car to speak with her, she suddenly leapt through the passenger side window of the patrol car and sped off, initiating a pursuit.
No. Stop! 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 It gets so fast, she just got in my car, took off. Eastbound on Highway 40 past the substation.
The woman began driving at speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour, weaving through heavy traffic and narrowly avoiding multiple collisions, all while disregarding traffic signals and signs. Her reckless behavior posed a significant danger to other drivers on the road.
I'm behind her. She is going westbound on 40. She has lights and tires on, running off the side of traffic. 26.
suddenly stopped, made a sharp U-turn, and drove directly toward the deputy who was setting up the spike strips. However, she quickly noticed the deputy and veered back in the opposite direction.
Signal 4, signal 4.
Signal 4, station 1033.
Pickup truck.
Marin, I got the police cruiser on fire.
After a critical slip by the deputy, allowing the woman to crawl into his patrol vehicle, causing a devastating accident, tragically, she and 2 occupants of the truck were pronounced dead at the scene, while another was left in critical condition and rushed to the local hospital. This tragic event serves as a sobering reminder of the dangers high-speed pursuits can bring. On July 13th, 2022, Glendale police attempted to stop a speeding stolen car. Instead of complying, the driver sped off, initiating a high-speed pursuit. Let's see how this one played out.
Crossing the Bureau Line Bridge, lots of debris coming from that car, and it looks like we're pulling over the pole. Leaving a bail.
Stop! Stop! They're bailing off the freeway. They're bailing off the freeway. All occupants are running. Stop!
The suspects came to a stop and all 4 occupants exited the vehicle, fleeing on foot. Deputies quickly pursued one of the suspects, determined to bring the situation under control.
Okay, go right, go right, go right. Go, go, go! Stop! Stop!
Thank you.
Move! Hands behind your back!
I'm not moving. I got the other guy. Because you got him, I got caught. Let me know. Just stay tight.
One suspect was successfully apprehended and taken into custody at the scene. The remaining 3 suspects were caught and arrested later that day, bringing this chase to an end. On August 26, 2024, a trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop on a stolen Dodge Durango near Bancroft Street and Secor Road. The driver of the Durango failed to stop, prompting the trooper to begin a pursuit.
Looks like it's going to be continuing, going to begin on eastbound 475, eastbound 475.
The suspect driver was beginning to get out of control, creating a dangerous situation for other drivers on the road. The trooper quickly realized the need for backup and requested assistance. After a few minutes of fleeing on the highway, the suspect suddenly took an exit.
Northbound 75.
Comes to, we'll be getting off in Collingwood now. Speed 75. No traffic. Turning westbound Collingwood. So we're getting back on 75 now. Southbound, getting across Virginia.
Southbound 75.
The suspect's tires were successfully deflated, forcing them to reduce their speed significantly. This action played a critical role in determining the outcome of the pursuit.
199.
See the front tires are going flat. He's slowing down there.
Front tires on platform 1.
The suspect eventually came to a stop, exited the vehicle, and fled on foot, extending the pursuit as officers quickly pursued him on foot.
Stay tuned for stop, you're gonna get tased!
Alright, I'm with you.
9, 10, 14, 11, you got up.
Alright.
Walk forward!
Walk towards my boys!
Walk forward!
Put your hands up to the sky.
I've got
All the way down. All the way down. On your face. On your face.
I've got cover.
Hands on your back. Move.
The driver, identified as 36-year-old Lorenzo Collins, attempted to flee on foot but was apprehended by police. The passenger in the stolen vehicle was also taken into custody, but was later released. Collins faces charges of receiving stolen property, a fourth-degree felony, and failure to comply with the order or signal of a police officer, a third-degree felony. On January 8, 2021, a Savannah police officer initiated a traffic stop on Vaquan Scott, who was wanted on felony family violence and stalking charges. Scott was also driving with a suspended license.
How you doing, man? Good. I'm Oscar Harris. The reason I'm stopping you, man, you had a yellow sticker, so I ran your tag, and it comes back ownership ceased of this vehicle.
Ownership ceased.
After a brief conversation, Trooper Deeroff instructed the driver to exit the vehicle. However, instead of complying, the suspect suddenly accelerated and fled the traffic stop, initiating a pursuit.
Speak to y'all. What happened?
Just come back here. I'll explain to you.
I mean, you saying you're going to explain, but like, I'm trying to see what happened.
Just come out here and speak to me. He's a felony 67. Traffic 64, my traffic stop. He's a felony 67. Just fled my stop.
The weather conditions were less than ideal for both the trooper and the suspect, with poor visibility and slippery roads, which made the pursuit even more dangerous for everyone involved.
Yeah, I'm going to put it behind you. You won't get there. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell what we can do right now.
The suspect can be seen accelerating at first, but due to the bad weather conditions, he was forced to slow down shortly after. That's when the trooper was able to close the gap and catch up. The pursuit ended when the trooper used a precision immobilization technique on the suspect's vehicle, causing it to lose control and crash into trees off the road. EMS arrived and the driver, Vanquan Scott, was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Scott had active warrants for family violence, intimidation, and stalking, and his license was suspended. In Thousand Oaks, California, on October 24, 2024, deputies from the Thousand Oaks Police Station responded to a disturbance at the Ventura Park Shopping Center on Ventura Park Road. Upon arrival, they were informed that the suspect was threatening others with a machete. When deputies attempted to detain the suspect, who was still holding the machete, he refused to comply. A deputy deployed a taser, but it was ineffective, and the suspect fled on foot.
He's got a machete in his hand, one at gunpoint. Hey, drop the weapon or you're gonna get shot. Do it now. We're outside the Panaderia. On the north side, we're walking northbound, uncooperative, sells a machete. Get out of the way. Get down on the ground, you're gonna get shot. Keep units coming, code 3. Get down on the ground. You're under arrest. Hit him with taser. Hit him with taser. Taser.
After the taser was deployed ineffectively, the suspect ran into a nearby store, still holding the machete.
Ineffective. He's now running eastbound. He's going into the store. You're going to get shot.
As soon as the suspect entered the store, the trooper opened fire and people immediately began running out in panic. Deputies quickly moved in to provide aid to the suspect, who was then transported by ambulance to a local hospital for further treatment. Fortunately, no deputies were injured during the incident. The suspect was identified as 50-year-old Joseph Emmons. After being medically cleared and discharged from the hospital on November 6, 2024, detectives contacted Emmons and arrested him on the outstanding warrant. He was booked into the pretrial detention facility in Ventura with his bail set at $500,000. On February 6, 2023, an officer in Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, was on traffic enforcement when he spotted a speeding vehicle. Attempting a traffic stop, the driver refused to pull over. And then we all know what that means.
They're taking off in reverse, northbound on Santa Monica. Stop! Stop! Taking off in reverse, going northbound in the southbound lane. Adam Paul King, 6161, APK 6161. Stop! Stop! Box him in, box him in. They were stopping, now they're fleeing again in reverse. Southbound and northbound lanes are going to be boxed in. Can I get Glendale for mutual aid for stop sticks?
Fleeing in reverse, that's something you don't see every day. But it got even crazier when the vehicle came to a stop, and officers pulled the passenger out thinking they had the situation under control. But the driver? He wasn't done yet. As soon as the coast was clear, he hit the gas again, likely feeling like he was in the middle of an action movie.
Westbound Birch from Santa Monica. Just the driver. We had a female being taken into custody. Westbound Birch coming up to Lydell. Southbound Mohawk
That's okay. Someone's like optimistic about that in Honda.
The officers lost sight of the suspect and had no choice but to cancel the pursuit. But the story doesn't end there. Later that day, the suspect was tracked down and arrested after officers were able to get his identity from his girlfriend. He was taken into custody, facing a long list of charges, a reminder that even when it seems like they've gotten away, justice catches up. The officers did everything they could, but next time it's clear that allowing him to flee again should have been avoided. On December 31st, 2022, officers were hoping for a calm day to ring in the new year, but fate had other plans. Just as things seemed to be going smoothly, they received a call about a stolen vehicle. Officers quickly sprang into action, searching the area until they located the vehicle. Fond du Lac police attempted to make the stop, but the driver wasn't ready to give up that easily. Instead, the suspect fled, sparking a high-speed chase.
Good one.
Behind that vehicle. Seymour, passing cars, pulling over. Adam King Tom, 5694. Disregard pulling over.
Copy. Seymour, and what was the other location?
We're passing the road.
Copy. 1080. Seymour and Grove.
97 miles an hour. Swerving around traffic, passing westward.
City 44, competition A. 1080, where they at?
7-1, we're on Forest. Heading towards
While officers were able to take the other suspects into custody who had fled the vehicle earlier, the primary suspect was still on the run. The chase intensified as the driver recklessly sped away at high rates of speed, weaving in and out of traffic. Officers struggled to keep up, their focus entirely on stopping the suspect before things could escalate further.
we're southbound on the front of us.
Come on the on-ramp going west, whip around, and then come back up. We're coming up to military right now, just going past the car wash at police.
5-4, I'm on military. Hickory, let me know which way. I got base out on 41 from Hickory. There was another unit. People taking over in the Hickory.
And we are going to be headed towards 151. We're north on William.
As the suspect turned into a gas station, officers were already stationed all around the area, anticipating his next move. But in a frantic attempt to avoid capture, the suspect began weaving through the gas station, desperately trying to maneuver around every officer. It was at that moment when the chaos unfolded, as the pursuit reached its most intense point. The suspect's reckless driving came to a halt when he rammed a patrol car. Fortunately, the officer involved in the crash was unharmed. The suspect was arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild chase to an end. Now it's time for you to weigh in. What do you think is the right punishment for this suspect? Leave your thoughts in the comments. On September 15th, 2024, Trooper Peters was on routine patrol in Brooksville when a motorist waved him down. The motorist, identified as Joatha Lacarol Maner, reported that her rented 2024 Nissan Sentra had been stolen by a suspect, later identified as Kajetta Jackson. A flock camera hit was reported, indicating the vehicle's location at Mondon Hill Road and Bertram Road. Trooper Peters located the vehicle with Jackson inside, parked at the intersection. As Trooper Peters attempted to approach, the vehicle fled, initiating a pursuit with emergency lights and siren activated.
On that vehicle. Eastbound on Wakefield Drive, approaching Tammy Street.
1033 traffic, eastbound Wakefield, Tammy Street. On unit 1033 traffic.
Eastbound Hazen. Eastbound Hazen.
Eastbound Hazen.
I got a blockade.
During the pursuit, the suspect vehicle crashed into a marked Hernando County Sheriff's Department Animal Control Unit and a Ram pickup. Trooper Peters positioned his patrol vehicle to block the suspect's vehicle and prevent escape. The suspect, later identified as Kajetta Jackson, exited the vehicle and attempted to flee on foot. With the assistance of Hernando County Sheriff's Deputy Brian Freyer, Jackson was apprehended. After being read her Miranda rights, Jackson agreed to speak with Trooper Peters. An inventory of the stolen vehicle revealed an open bottle of Hennessy cognac in the driver's seat. Jackson was taken to Tampa General Hospital for medical clearance due to the crash before being booked into the Hernando County Detention Center. On the night of September 17, 2024, Florida Highway Patrol initiated a high-speed pursuit of 34-year-old Anthony Hoyt, who had active warrants for aggravated assault with a firearm from Atlanta, Georgia. The chase began after Hoyt fled a traffic stop on Interstate 4 in a gold Mercedes, reaching speeds over 130 miles per hour and putting other motorists at risk. The pursuit stretched across multiple counties as Hoyt drove recklessly, ignoring traffic signals and weaving through dense traffic at high speeds. His dangerous maneuvers put other drivers in immediate peril, but the Florida Highway Patrol remained in pursuit, coordinating with local law enforcement to bring the chase to a safe conclusion. The trooper had a clear opportunity to execute a pit maneuver, but he chose to hold back. Instead, they focused on trying to box the suspect in. However, with the suspect maintaining such a high rate of speed, this became far from an easy task. What do you think? Should the trooper have gone for the pit maneuver, or was it the right call to hold back? After several attempts to contain the suspect, Florida Highway Patrol successfully executed a pit maneuver in Orange County, bringing the vehicle to a halt. The driver, Anthony Hoyt, was arrested without further incident. Hoyt now faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding law enforcement, reckless driving, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and resisting an officer without violence. At the time of his arrest, Hoyt claimed he didn't realize law enforcement was trying to stop him. However, a search of his vehicle uncovered a handgun, which Hoyt admitted to owning. He was booked into Orange County Jail, where extradition proceedings for his Georgia warrant are currently underway.
Westbound. Looks like normal speed almost. All right, he's off.
In Deltona, Florida, on Sunday morning, August 16, 2020, a blue Honda hatchback fled from a Daytona Beach Shores Department of Public Safety officer who had attempted a traffic stop for speeding. The vehicle also fled from both the Port Orange Police Department and Daytona Beach Police Department as it made its way toward Interstate 4.
You want us to pick it up? Nope, the L1 ticket. Sample.
Yeah, definitely at older Honda Civic, green sticker in the back window.
We got him.
Did you guys hit him or not?
Down there. 60 to 64, make sure you got hard cover. You're the next one in line. Is he in front of that semi?
Negative, he's passing. Hey, stand by, he might be getting off here. He's exiting onto Saxon. Okay, he's not going westbound. He's either going eastbound or he's going to continue.
610 under I-4.
Yeah, he's continuing westbound. He's not taking the exit onto Saxon.
Three officers deployed spike strips during the pursuit, and one of them was successful. The spike strip had a significant impact on the chase, ultimately helping officers bring the suspect to a stop.
They've got the information. We don't know who's en route yet.
Okay, he's spinning out, guys. Looks like his tire just went out. He's just lost control. He's off to the median.
62 Central, he's signal forward. Signal 12, he's continuing south. Chris, you need to be behind hard cover. He's driving like an idiot. I believe he just signaled forward into a car back here. Traffic's slowing down. He's all by himself now. He's wide open into Seminole. All right, is he still moving or what?
He's still moving. He's still westbound, but he's losing control. He must have lost a tire.
Oh, yeah, he lost the tire. He's signal 12 all over the road. X06 to everyone, let Air 1 call it. He's on the radio.
The suspect had been losing control of the vehicle repeatedly, and it was only a matter of time before he lost control completely.
Center lane. He's in the flat land here. He's a couple miles from the bridge. It appears to have it under control mostly. It got a slight weave in it, but he's still center lane westbound. Looks like normal speed almost. All right, he's off. He's off again, spinning. He's off. He's in the water. In the water, right-hand side.
Units, you're covering each other. Air 1, car into the water.
Affirmative. He's off to the right in the water. He's in the ditch. They have not exited yet. Door's open, but he has not exited.
All right, guys, he's about to bail. Get R covered. Guys, call him out to you.
The car eventually crashed into a ditch, and the driver, 24-year-old Kevin Morales, was taken into custody. He was charged with multiple counts of fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement, reckless driving, driving without a valid license, and attaching a tag not assigned. There were no injuries in the crash, and Morales' passenger was released with no charges. On September 20th, 2024, while patrolling Highway 42, an officer observed a vehicle traveling at 75 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone using a moving radar. The officer turned around, maintained visual contact with the vehicle, and conducted a traffic stop. During the stop, Deputy Brown noticed a marijuana bag in the passenger seat and questioned the driver, Carlos Mosby. Mosby then fled the scene, initiating a vehicle pursuit.
What's going on, man?
What's up, bro?
Reason for the traffic stop is we got you at 75 and a 45.
I wasn't doing 75.
You were doing 75 and a 45. I'm not finna argue with you about it. We got a radar. We got you at 75 and a 45. That's why we spun around. Also, you got weed in the car, bro. You gonna tell me that's not weed?
Getting on 675 north, 675 north.
I'll call.
All right, Madonna, okay, bro.
I got you. I got you. Black Hawk 1 radio. We're gonna be 625 southbound, heading towards Annabelle Block. If you didn't copy that tag, it's New York tag. Lima Charlie Victor 4096 on the Black Ford Edge. It's gonna be occupied time. It's one black male.
The officer quickly caught up with the suspect, and we all know what that means. It was time for a pit maneuver.
Stand by for a pit. Pit. You recovered. We're still going to be 675 northbound, coming up on Grant Road. He's brake checking. Wake up. Gonna be continuing 675. Northbound speed's gonna be 85. You got radio? Yep, he's right behind you.
The second pit maneuver was successful, causing the suspect's vehicle to crash into a tree and catch fire. Officers quickly exited their vehicles to attempt a rescue, but the suspect managed to exit on his own and fled on foot.
Hey! I got him! Put your hands behind the goddamn back! Put your hands behind the goddamn back!
The suspect, Carlos Mosby, exited the burning vehicle and fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended by faster deputies. Mosby exhibited signs of intoxication, including the odor of alcohol on his breath. A subsequent search of the vehicle revealed an open alcoholic beverage and a modified Glock 19 with an illegal switch, making it fully automatic. A GCIC check showed Mosby's driver's license had been suspended since August 1st, 2023 for failure to appear, and he had a prior felony conviction from Newton County in 2018 for criminal attempt. Georgia State Patrol arrived to complete the crash report, and Clayton County EMS evaluated Mosby's injuries. He was transported to Piedmont Henry Hospital for further evaluation before being booked into the Clayton County Jail.
Is there anything you can do?
No, it's nothing.
Monroe County sheriffs received a call about a deranged driver who was driving on the wrong side of the road for 5 miles. After receiving a description of the vehicle, officers immediately initiated pursuit.
To the road. Radio, how do you read?
Driver, stop the vehicle now. Turn around. Face away from me. Walk towards the back. Walk back towards us. Backwards. Backwards. Turn around.
After immediately removing the suspect from the vehicle, the officer quickly shifted into a DUI investigation. The suspect, stumbling and only driving on 3 wheels, knew she had messed up. Realizing the gravity of the situation, she was desperate to get away and used all her powers to escape the consequences of her actions.
I swear to God, no.
No alcohol.
No, I'm under distress. My mom's been pissing me off all day long. I didn't even want to talk to her, and she's like making me so mad.
Do you see my lights and siren behind you when I was behind you?
Yes.
If you saw my lights and siren and you were driving against traffic, why you didn't pull over?
Because there's somebody else behind me trying to like pull traffic into it.
There was someone else behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. Stay in the vehicle, right?
I just came down here to get my extensions course. For the course I tried to learn from my hair extension course. That's it. I don't even want to be down here.
All right, just step over here for me.
My mom did drinking and driving for 4.5 years. I don't want to be...
Despite claiming she hadn't consumed any alcohol, the suspect was subjected to a DUI test. However, her slurred speech and erratic behavior made it clear she had been drinking, and the signs were undeniable.
I want you to stand to your side like that, okay? See the tip of my finger? Can you touch it with your right hand? Can you touch the tip of my finger with your right hand? Okay, put your hand back to the side. Put it back to the side. Put your hand back to your side.
You can cancel our fee call back.
So what I want you to do is I want you to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and with your eyes only. With my finger. With your eyes only.
13, copy records, driver below northbound from
Don't move your head. Keep your head straight. Follow with your eyes only.
1213, copy records, driver below northbound from the 10 mile marker. It's going to be a dark colored Jeep SUV. Unable to maintain lanes, keep slamming on brakes.
Now it's time for the walk and turn test. The officer explains the steps clearly, and we'll see how well she can follow through.
1126, reference the reckless driver. Parking the passenger vehicle has now pulled over to the Circle K, a big copy.
Okay. Are you done?
Really, yes.
Okay, you're done, Heather?
Thank you.
All right, hold on.
Thank you so
we're gonna got one more.
It's like so hard.
So this involved, we're still in line.
You did ballerina before when you were younger?
Like 12 years ago.
I'm gonna put these back on for you, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
I mean, right? I don't have a DUI.
Just sit down for me. I'll talk to you right now.
My car isn't even...
I'll talk to you right now, Heather.
Can you please talk to me? Can you please talk to me?
I'll talk to you.
After failing the DUI test, she steps up, now desperate. You can see it in her eyes. She's willing to do anything to get herself out of this situation. But is it too late to turn things around?
Is there anything you can do?
No, it's nothing.
But I've done nothing wrong. Look at me. Are you serious?
This is a supervisor right here, okay? You're gonna answer.
Is there anything you can do for me at all?
Yes.
Like, do you not understand how upset I am? I'm upset like this because you don't understand. No, you don't understand. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm adopted, and I was introduced to a new family to be a better person. And I've been a better person for the last fucking
Okay.
23 years.
You asked me a question. I was about to
I'm
answer
28
it for you.
years old. And you're gonna sit here like and make me feel bad in front of my family for something I haven't even done. I barely even did anything.
She was ultimately sentenced to 12 months of probation and 60 hours of community service. Despite her bold attempts to charm the officer, it didn't change the outcome, and she was clearly not happy with how this situation ended. What do you think about this case? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. On April 15, 2023, the Florida Highway Patrol was contacted by an outside agency to assist with a traffic stop involving a vehicle suspected of trafficking in the BYRD area. An FHP trooper observed the black Hyundai passing their stationary position at 80 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. Using radar, the speed was confirmed. The trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver of the Hyundai refused to comply. Instead, the vehicle accelerated, driving recklessly through traffic, weaving between lanes and at times utilizing the emergency shoulder to evade capture. Despite their efforts, two troopers attempted a tactical vehicle intervention, but each attempt was unsuccessful as the suspect skillfully evaded capture and continued the high-speed pursuit.
Here, just slow them down. Just slow them down, bro. Stay where you're at. Slow them down. They can't go anywhere. They're about to lose it. Get him, get him.
The chase finally came to an end when one trooper successfully executed a tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect to spin out and crash into a guardrail. The suspect, identified as Adam Justin Crosby, was quickly arrested and taken into custody. He was transported to Brevard County Jail and charged with fleeing, reckless driving, driving with a suspended license, and the transportation of drug paraphernalia. On February 22, 2022, in Los Angeles, California, one man clearly had a bit too much free time on his hands and decided to steal a party bus. Little did he know, California Highway Patrol was soon on his tail after he refused to stop, kicking off a crazy pursuit. What followed was an unexpected chase that had everyone on edge.
This would be a good place to take it down. Throw some spike strips in front of it. They could have, you know. Yeah, I don't know. They probably don't have us. You can bump it up, but whoa! Yep. Yes.
The suspect eventually rammed the stolen party bus, causing it to come to a stop. Officers quickly closed in, and the next task was clear: arrest the suspect. The pursuit had finally come to an end, but not without a few tense moments.
smashed car and looking at the driver going into custody right there. You know, there you go. That's one of those ones. I always hate to be the, saying that. It does appear to be a female driver, and it looks like she is going into custody right now after that accident. But I'm really concerned about those folks in that car. You'd think that one of the California Highway Patrol or somebody from California Highway Patrol would get a vehicle over there just to say, hey, are you okay?
The suspect walked out of the stolen party bus and was promptly arrested and taken into custody. Thankfully, the people in the car involved in the accident were not injured and the situation was safely brought to a close. On April 16, 2024, officers responded to a theft call at a Home Depot on East McCain. Sergeant Moore arrived just in time to spot the suspect vehicle leaving the scene and attempted a traffic stop. According to security, Justin Garrison, the suspect, Kenneth Wood, pushed a cart full of unpaid items out the exit doors. Garrison managed to recover the stolen items, but Wood fled to his vehicle and escaped before he could be stopped. Troopers attempted to bring the chase to an end with a precise pit maneuver, causing the red truck to spin twice. Remarkably, the suspect managed to regain control and continued fleeing, escalating the pursuit further. Driving through a congested construction zone, the suspect's vehicle was slowed down by traffic. Seizing the opportunity, the trooper closed in on the suspect's truck and attempted to bring the pursuit to a halt. Wow, that pit maneuver was truly one of the most precise and effective we've seen in action. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. Ultimately, the suspect was arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild chase to a close.